Hello indie game fans! I'm personally drawn to a select few genres, so I'm always looking for what's coming up, and since I've already done the same for Metroidvanias and action-adventure titles, of course it's the turn of action roguelites. As I was making this video, I realized that I picked all pixel art titles, so naturally, let's go along with it, but the top 3 is pretty amazing if I do say so myself. Let's begin with Steampunk Timer, perhaps the most mechanically interesting title on the list. It's a dilated time tactical action roguelite where you're able to control the flow of time to slow it down in order to get the maximum advantage in combat. The steampunk setting is cool and does look to be making a comeback overall in games. We are trying to stop the lords of the city from exploiting this same power and to prevent the collapse of the space-time continuum. Love the pixel art, where I'm very curious about the mechanics, but there does appear to be a turn-based tactics element as well, so definitely something that has my attention. If I were to point to a no-nonsense action roguelite, Replicator would be one such title, having a sci-fi theme as you play as a galactic mercenary, exploring a facility to uncover the secret of the Replicator. Another pixel art title that looks fantastic. It does remind me a little bit of Neuro Voider, but perhaps it's a little generic in design, so I'm waiting to learn more about this. I cannot believe that I've never mentioned Below the Stone on the channel before, since this developer is fairly active on my Discord channel, so here's a very special shoutout for this Dwarven action roguelite. Similar to something like Undermine, but with a ton more enemies, it has you mining and exploring underground caverns, gathering resources and minerals while fighting off enemies. Having to explicitly mine and dig into the walls is something new, where these mining and upgrade systems are usually abstracted to a common currency like gold in other games, so it does bring something new to the table, although I do wonder how this affects the flow of gameplay. Still, plenty of crafting and upgrading to be done from run to run, but it does seem to be rather early on in development since the environments don't pop as much as I would like. Still, as good a time as any to wishlist this game, so please do so to help the developers. By the way, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest in indie gaming. I covered Ember Knights before, when it was still named Rogue Souls, where the developers did put out a new extended trailer, so here's another look at the game. Interestingly, it does support multiplayer for up to 4 players, which is very weird for a roguelite, but putting that aside, it does have the expected roguelite elements of attack synergies through weapons, perks, relics and skills. Love the pixel art look of this, so I'm in, but the action looks great as well, so another no-brainer for the list. If you're craving for more roguelites, 2020 was an amazing year, so check out this video for my recommendations. If you were interested in Neon Abyss but did not like platformers, then the equally cyberpunky neon title Cyberwar should be of interest, where the main antagonists in this are an army of cyber monkeys, so how's that for something different? Super excited to share that Koboo, the Tree Spirit is another title of interest, being a pixel art roguelike platformer that looks good. As the eponymous Tree Spirit, protect the forest against mankind as they seek to industrialize and destroy it, where you're able to enlist the help of spirit animals in each run for new powers. Do note that the pixel size of the character and bosses are different, which gives it a weird look, one of the cardinal sins of pixel art, so we'll see how it goes, but an interesting sense of scale nonetheless.
This is where the tour starts, right?
Right on time. Alright everyone, make sure you stay together, okay? Alright, Nambo Key is a magical little town on the coast of California. Founded during the gold rush by Chinese immigrants, the town sports a truly rich history. Just stay out of those underground tunnels, alright? The plumbing is old.
What if I already went underground?
Huh? What's that? You did? Oh dear.
I was immediately drawn to the concept of Midautumn, self-described as Hades but for Asian people, where you save your hometown from gentrification and where the characters are from Asian diaspora descent. It's a little bit on the nose with the theme, but trust me, as a Singaporean, I'm more than happy to see this title being made, although I don't as acutely identify with the struggles of second or third generation Asian Americans. It's coming to Kickstarter in a bit, so stay tuned and I'll let you know when, and for my recommendations of the best roguelites right now, watch this video linked above.
Just wait until Mid-Autumn comes around.
Let's kick off the top 3 with LC, another wonderful looking pixel art roguelite platformer which I've mentioned before, but I just wanted to cement it in a genre specific video like this so people know where to look. It's a sci-fi entry with level design that reminds me of Mega Man, but the sheer amount of activity on screen is amazing to the point of being overwhelming, so I do hope that the developers account for readability in this game. There's everything from projectiles of every color, orbiting robots that increase your firepower even further, homing bullets, flames, and not to mention the enemy designs as well, looking to be one of the most visually impressive titles. Unsurprisingly, given the Mega Man feel, this is perhaps most similar to 30XX and is a cannot miss for roguelite fans. For as woo-woo as astrology can be, I loved reading about mythology and star signs when I was a kid, so whenever a developer uses this in a game, such as in the case of Virgo vs the Zodiac, I'm down to check this out, where Astro Ascent is another such example. You have to defeat the 12 zodiac signs in order to beat the game, but this trailer is just mwah, with the seamless integration of gorgeous animations and wonderful pixel art action, where this is the way to make a trailer, so indie developers do take note. Based on all the impressions that I've seen on the demo, people are loving this and it's a very special title to watch. It had a hugely successful Kickstarter campaign, coming to us from developer Hibernian Workshop, who previously made the 2D Souls-like title Dark Devotion, which is pretty good, so if you're curious about that and more, check out this video in the top right. I told you folks that Plague Doctor masked characters are pretty hot right now, as per Crow Swan in the video linked above, and such is the case with Loot River, one that, next to Steampunk Timer covered earlier, is also fascinating mechanically. It has been described as Dark Souls meets Tetris, so talk about ingenuity and innovation in indie games, but the pixel art look of this is superb as well. Super curious about the tile shifting mechanic, which landed it way up there on my upcoming games to watch list, taking the #1 spot. For my original video on upcoming action roguelites for the year, check out this video and I will see you after the jump.